Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. My name's Hina, and I am coming to you from the Master Shah Dow Center in London. So, today we were going to do a quick Facebook Live show for you today, and it is regarding open spiritual channels. So, my guest for today's show is a Grandmaster teacher of Master Shah's organization, David Lush. So, David, can you please come on?
Hello, Hina. Happy to be here.
Hi, David. Nice to see you on this typical London afternoon, which means it's a little bit cloudy outside. So, David, I always assume that open spiritual channels is one of your favorite topics. I know the Tao teachings and wisdom of Master Sha definitely is. And I'm pretty sure open spiritual channels is as well. Am I right in that?
I love open spiritual channels. It's absolutely amazing.
Why is that one of your other favorites?
Well, opening your spiritual channels is a way to free and liberate your consciousness in many different ways because, to keep it simple, people have questions and they want answers. And they'll search, they'll go talk to their family, their friends, maybe professionals like psychotherapists or psychologists. They may go to, readers of different kinds because they want answers to their questions. And when you open your spiritual channels, you get answers to your questions. And you may then have more questions you seek answers for, yet you're finally getting higher level information that helps to bring peace to your heart. It helps to bring guidance and clarity to your life. And it allows you to make decisions that benefit your well being.
You know what? That's so true because I know that's one of the reasons why I had a really burning question in my life, and that was one of the reasons why I seeked outside guidance, basically to know, is this major life decision? Can I do this? And I knew, because for me, for the information that I had access to my life experiences, I knew that I needed someone who had more of an expert level in that. And that's true. I can say for my own experience, it does give you a lot of freedom. And so, out of curiosity, there are a lot of psychics. You see, like 1-800 numbers. I know in the States you saw quite a bit of those. We have psychic readers. We have all these different types of spiritual readers. What is your advice on that? Is going to that type of psychic or advisor like that, because we go to medical doctors, we go to psychologists, we go to medical professionals, but what about if your question is of a spiritual nature? What is your feeling or your advice about going to like a psychic or a spiritual reader?
Whoever you go through in any field, there's going to be different levels of expertise, right? Doctors have different levels of expertise, and they may be specialized, they may be general. The same thing is true of spiritual readers. They will have a different level of ability. They may have specialized in some particular field, like, there are astrology readers or tarot card readers. And then there's people who have open spiritual channels and they've gained the ability to ask the question to divine Tao, source, or a saint or Buddha on a soul level, and they can literally channel or flow out that information for you in a very high level way. Now, the accuracy of anyone in any field depends upon their level of purity, their level of practice, their level of wisdom and cultivation. For spiritual questions, definitely you're going to need a spiritual solution. If you're going to nail a hole in the wall, you want a nail and a hammer. If you get a nail and a shovel, it's going to be much more difficult to nail that hole in than to nail the nail in the wall. And so, with that, um, most definitely, yet spiritual readings can be for any issue in life because um, the spiritual body or the soul or information is a part of everything. So sometimes you have a physical knee pain You may have fallen down, you may have hurt your knee, and you just think, oh, I tripped and fell. It was an accident. And yes, that is a component of it. Yet there's a message there. There's a deeper lying root message or information that you can access through spiritual readings. And it's very beneficial for someone in their lives, especially when they have something recurring with their life.
Yeah, actually, that's very true, because I know many people who, in different aspects of their life, like with my dad, one reoccurring thing that happens in his life is every time he opens up a business, something tends to happen, or family issues. Then I know another person with her relationships. It's like, okay, so one marriage, okay, another one, and then it's still not resolved. And so I guess we do have these patterns in our life, and in that way it's good to get probably some advice. And what makes Master Sha's techniques and his teachers different from going to another type of professional or another spiritual reader?
Well, I can talk about what we do. And what we do is we build our foundational energy centers to make them strong and to help them be like that driving force, or like the gas in the car, to help it to work and work properly. Additionally, we have received these very special Tao transmissions that open up layers of heaven and give us access to heaven and to the divine Tao source realms that normally we wouldn't have access to. And we're trained very intensively to, what we say, borrow the mouth, and you just flow out the message. So it's not coming from the mind. We don't need really a background or experience in what your topic is. We just need the question. We ask the question, and then the answer flows through in a way that can assist and help the person. So consequently, people are able to get a pure message to guide their life in a very powerful way. Additionally, there's a great emphasis that the practitioner must do their own healing practice, do their own forgiveness and purification practice, and continually work on themselves to empty themselves, to remove their own blockages so they can always be a pure channel and vehicle. Additionally, we don't do curiosity readings. We do readings that guide your life to help you make a change or a transformation. So it's very beneficial for you to become a better person, to become more loving and grateful. And I remember I was at a festival fair in Berlin, and there was a news reporter going around, and she was trying everything out. And, it wasn't the most positive article she wrote about the whole fair, but then she came to our booth and she said, finally, I met normal people who gave me guidance that really helped my life and made sense. So, it's interesting how it works. Everyone has their own opinion. Yet what I can say is, whether you're spiritual or not, it can work for you. I remember I was also in Berlin, and this businessman came to do a reading about his business with me because his girlfriend booked him the session. So he came, he was open, he very skeptical. But he asked me very deep questions about the direction of his company, about employees and hires. And I offered him the reading, and he just went away. He said, I didn't expect much, but I'm very, very impressed, because this is kind of in the line I was thinking, but even more. And I know which direction to go. So it can help anyone. And it's very logical as well. And you're able to apply it in your life.
Well, that sounds amazing. So, as far as these, I think we call them soul readings, the ones at the fairs that people come for. So people can come get, if they have any major life questions, they can come. They can get in touch with the center, get answers to their questions. And when you say it comes from a pure, like the message is pure, you mean it comes from like it's very accurate. Like for the
Yes.
normal person, a more pure message means it's more accurate, and it's more effective in a way because the information is much more accurate for them.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
that sounds really interesting because I mean that just sounds amazing. I mean, like if more people knew about this, then more people could probably have a smoother life. But as I understand, not only do the certified teachers do soul readings, you also at the Master Sha Dao Center, we also have spiritual classes or workshops that we start to train basically anyone who comes, give them that foundation to kind of get connections on their own. Is that right?
Exactly. And people don't need any prior background or experience. They just need a willingness to learn. You can think of it like when you first learned to ride a bike. You had a willingness to ride a bike as a child, but you didn't have a background in riding a bike. Yet someone was there to give you some instructions, to guide you, to show you what to do. And then you got to ride it. You may have fell off. You get back on. You ride it. You got to look. I can do it. You fall off because you weren't experienced enough. And then one day you can just ride the bike and fly wherever you want to fly on it. Like fly means speed, not like fly in the air. And with that, yeah, we have these events like August 13th to 17th. We'll have an open spiritual channels retreat. And people who have no experience can come. Those that do have experience can come as well because opening the channels is infinite. It's like when you ride a bike, there's layers, there's distances, there's speeds, and more. With open spiritual channels, there's layers, there's accuracy, there's depth, and more. And at these events, you're learning to receive messages for yourself. You're not being trained to offer messages to others. That's a professional training program we offer through the Tao Academy. It's about a year and a half. This is to learn it for your self benefit. And that alone is absolutely amazing and can create huge shifts in your own life.
Yes, actually, good. I'm glad you answered my next question. So, people who do come to the Open Spiritual Channels workshop on August 13th to 17th, they can begin that connection to answer their own personal questions. But professionally, that's a whole other program. And that's probably why when you do soul readings, it comes from a very high layer of highly accurate information because a year and a half training, that's a lot more intensive.
Most
So
definitely.
yes. So thank you, David, so much. Thank you for doing this Facebook Live with us. With each show, I realize how important open spiritual channels really are because it really does, how David mentioned earlier, I am seeing more and more that it really does liberate you. It really does free you for any challenge that you seem to be going through in life, whether it's physically health related, mentally health, relationships, challenges. If we actually know the reason why we're going through these challenges, we can actually overcome them a little bit more smoother. And that's one of the reasons I love Master Sha's techniques, because he gives you answers that many people search years and years and years for, and then he gives you an effective solution. So I'm so happy and I'm super excited about this workshop. It's around the corner. And this coming Saturday, there is an introduction to soul readings. And David, I think you're doing that this coming Saturday, right?
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit what's going to happen on Saturday's intro for soul readings?
So what we're going to do is, one, we'll give you a short teaching, of course, about what soul readings are and how they can benefit your life and spiritual channels. And then I'm going to demonstrate live soul readings where people who attend, they ask a question and some will be chosen from those questions, and they'll receive soul readings for that question in the group. And so you can experience what it's like to receive a taste of a professional soul reading, as well as you'll receive a taste of what it's like to attend the retreat and open your own spiritual channels. So it will be very, very powerful. event. There'll be a Tao blessing for a request at that event, and it's going to be absolutely amazing.
Oh, I know. I'm looking forward to that event. I love doing soul readings. I know every soul reading I've gotten, I've thoroughly enjoyed. So everybody, thank you so much for spending your 15 minutes with us. Please join us this Saturday for the introduction to soul readings. The link will be in the comments section. And definitely join us for the Open Spiritual Channels, August 13th to the 17th. It is one of the most popular workshops that the London Center holds. And you don't have to be a Tao Hands practitioner. There's no prerequisites. So please go on our website, find out more. It's a 5-day workshop. There will be recording, so even if you're working or can't be on live, you can definitely catch up. It's definitely one of those workshops that's very interesting, and if you're new, it's definitely one of those things where you want to taste the pear to discover if it's sweet. So thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon, morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Bye.